but this is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Pushing his way through. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for L.A.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Peyton Turner just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting...
And he's in in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for two. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Flush to his right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. They're indeed going. It's Winston. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Justin Herbert sacked. A loss of 12 yards.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. First down, Winston. That is caught by Callaway. Touchdown, Saints. Marquez Callaway, 26 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Herbert on first down now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Here we go. Complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 15. And the Chargers first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And this is Cook with the ground. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Alvin Kamara. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Winston to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Charger drive about to get going as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Herbert, he's going to air one out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Flush to his right. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield. Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Play action. It's Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Linval Joseph, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big-time play there for New Orleans. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any...
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50. The 30. 10.
Right down there.
Touchdown, L.A. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They go play action. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team.
And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Again, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So they knew what they were doing all along, right? Now the lead 2 here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Chargers 27, Saints 22.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston eluding the pressure right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jameis now on first down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
First down, Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Marquez Callaway with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And they'll turn to Kamara.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Saints 28, Chargers 27.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Throwing, Herbert.
That's caught by Palmer. Room here to run. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Finding Allen.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll buy some time right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert to throw. He's got Eckler.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Herbert going to throw. On Herbert.
recovered. His third interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted. Of course, and that moves him back 5. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. Winston to throw. Flushed out right. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pete Werner in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with it.